you like, however that is. Oh, that's so cute. I love his little hat. You could be painting your bunny in. So this is a pretty spring bunny, and I think that nice, lighter, softer colors look really nice for spring pastel. As big or as small as you want it.
Hey, Nisi.
Hey, Rach.
Can you slow down a little bit?
Sure thing. Actually, I thought it was almost looking like a butterfly, but I thought it would be cool, and I had an apple today, so I saved the core.
That's great.
I wasn't sure if it would work or not, but I thought I'd give it a try.
Yeah, I really like that you're reusing the material that might not seem to have a purpose. It might have otherwise been thrown out.
Right. Well, hi, you guys. I'm Denyse with Artist at Heart. Thank you so much for joining us today. Today is one of my favorite projects. I love to create sunflowers. Sunflowers make me feel happy and colorful. So they're really fun and easy to create as well. So you guys, I am going to use watercolors, pencils, markers, whatever you want, but I'm definitely going to use watercolors today to create pretty sunflowers. You guys can do big and bold. You can do half a sunflower. You can create a bouquet, whatever it is that you want, right? So I have lots of different compositions, and I have printable templates as well. If you go on over to artistatheart.org, you're going to see where you can get some printable templates and more videos. So if you're not on Amazon with me, we're streaming to many platforms today. Come on over to artistatheart.live on Amazon, where you can see all the products that I'll be using today to create fun sunflowers. So I encourage you just to create with any supplies that you have. But if you want to use what I'm having, I have a carousel with everything in it that I'll be using. So come on over to Amazon.live, where I am streaming live with some of my favorite art products today. So, okay, you guys, I am going to use some watercolor paper and my beautiful little gravy watercolor kit right here with over 100 colors. Now, you don't need 100 colors for this particular painting, but it's always nice to have a beautiful selection, right? That's why I gave you guys so many different ideas behind me. So you could have orange and brown background. You could have pink background. You could have a blue background. You could do purple, whatever it is that you want. You guys just use your favorite stuff, right? Use your favorite art supplies, use your favorite colors, customize it and make it your own, right? And you can put your favorite quote on there as well. So I'm going to get started right here. I'm going to use this pencil. Okay, these are my favorite pencils. But again, I'm just going to sketch out. Now, again, I'm going to do a stem. So you know what? I'm just going to look at this. I'm not even touching the paper. I'm just going to think about it. So I'm going to kind of think about a stem and the circle. We all know that the circle on the sunflower is pretty big and bold, right? So whether you're going to do a stem or not, but I'm going to start here with the circle. Now, you guys can always trace a circle. I'm just going to do it freehand. Not perfect, right? But again, you guys, so that's called a sketch. When you have a bunch of little lines. Yeah, come say hi to me, you guys. When you have a bunch of little lines like that, that's called a sketch, okay? And then you can add your petals. So for sunflowers, I like to make my petals long and pointy like that. See that? Long and pointy. Can you guys see those okay? Long and pointy. It does almost look like like sunshine, right? Sunflowers. And they're in season. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, you can also add little petals in between if you want to, or you can leave it like that. Totally up to you. You can fill it up as much as you want to. So I'm going to put a stem down here like this. I'm going to push this up a little bit so you guys can see it a little bit more like that. And then you could add a leaf down here, leaf over here. I'll push it up just a little bit more. All right. I know you guys like it better when it's big and simple, right? So there's like my rough sketch. And I'm going to come back down. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to trace over my sketch with a Sharpie marker. You can easily paint over a Sharpie marker, but I like this is going to be a fine point Sharpie. So I'm just going to trace over my circle, and then I'm going to trace over my petals. I'm not even worried about my pencil lines. Now, you guys can erase your pencil lines. You can leave them. They can be part of your artwork. See that? All right. Now, I use a big white eraser just so I don't make pink marks on my paper. This works really easy, erasing all my little sketch lines. And you can, if you'd like to work huge, work huge. If you'd like to work tiny, work tiny. Whatever you're comfortable with, whatever you have available to you, right? You guys have to, again, make it your own. Maybe you have a giant studio and you can use a giant canvas. That would be fun. Or a big floor painting. It's something you could do with a group of people. You could do it as a group activity. It would be great in a classroom to do with a bunch of people. It would be great for a community event. Friends, you could have everybody contribute. All right, so these little crumbs, we want to get rid of those crumbs, okay? Shh, don't talk. I just brushed it on the floor. I'll vacuum it up later. Shake it off wherever you can, okay? It doesn't really matter. Just clean up after yourself. I would have the kids, like, they had a little, like a little kind of Tupperware on their desk, and they would just dump all their garbage in there and then throw it out later. That way they weren't walking around all the time. Because, you know, kids will find any excuse to get up and go to the pencil sharpener or the garbage can, or, you know, go say hi to their friends. So let's see. All right. Now, what we're going to do next. So you guys, I'm going to use watercolor paint. All right. So today I have gravy watercolor paint. I'm usually using acrylics, but I have fallen in love with these gravy watercolor paints. They're really, really beautiful. They do come also, I didn't use it, but it comes with a drawing pencil like this. It's a #2 drawing pencil. You guys can actually, you know what, I'll use it for the center part. I want to show you guys this. This is how I do the center part of a sunflower. All right, I'm going to do it a little bit larger just so you can see it a little bit better. I start in the middle with the circle, and then I go around it with smaller circles. Okay, that will create the illusion of like the seeds in the sunflower. And this pencil works really nice too. It's very soft, a little deeper than the yellow pencil that I just used. And this is a fun doodle too. So I love to doodle. So basically you're just going to keep going around and around and around. They can get a little bit smaller as you work your way out. And you're just going to fill up the center of your sunflower. See that? You're going to fill up the center of your sunflower with seeds. Now, it doesn't really matter if you paint over it with the pencil or if you do it with Sharpie. Okay, and you're going to go all the way to the end until you fill it. And it's going to give the illusion of the texture of the center of the sunflower. You can make your sunflower as detailed as you want to. You can make it as simple or as extravagant as you want. You could have a whole bouquet of sunflowers. You could have sunflowers in a vase. You could have sunflowers in a field. You could have a single sunflower. Again, this is your artwork. So if you're going to do more than one, you just repeat this. I think it's really cute if you would do maybe a sunflower artwork with as many people in your family. So, and you could actually stagger the sizes, right? So if there's a dad and maybe your dad is the tallest, maybe it's a really tall sunflower, and then the mom, and then maybe the 2 or 3 kids. Okay, this is just, you know, I'm just giving you an example. I know plenty of mothers who are taller than the dad. So anyway, there's my little circles. Filling it up, right? You could even add like a bumblebee here if you want to. It's always fun. All right, this is what I used to do in school. I used to just doodle circles. It's really relaxing. So again, I'm just going a little bit quicker here to give you an idea of how to create some texture on your sunflower. whatever it is that you want to do, right? This is just to get you started and to inspire you. So again, there's a little texture. This one I traced in permanent marker to give you an idea. Now, when you guys are painting with watercolor, we'll move that. When you're painting with watercolor, you can wet the paint that you want to use first if you want. So again, I have like a jar here with some water. I have these beautiful gravy paint brushes that you can use on watercolor or acrylic. So what you would do is you just take a wet, this is just water, and you could just put like a drop in the colors that you want to use to get them, I would say juicy, to get them wet and get them going. You don't have to do that. I know I'm going to use brown and yellow, golden. Maybe I'll put a little bit of orange in there. Okay. Now, if you guys use this gravy set, it also comes with these really cool brushes. I have a third one here too, but there's water inside of these. So I'm just going to demonstrate. Even if you don't have one of these, it's okay. You can use any paintbrush. Now I'm going to start with the petals. Okay. So let's start. I'll just try this pretty yellow right here. I'm just tickling the color. See that? And I'm just going to paint that in. Beautiful, beautiful color watercolor. Now, the more transparent you want it, the more watery or more saturation you're going to make it. Do you see that? So it's getting lighter or more transparent because I put more water in it. Now, if I don't want it that transparent, then I can just don't add any more water. I'm just going to go with the paint. Do you see the difference? Now, if you want to blend, I'm just going to go right into that. I'm not even going to rinse it off. I like that orangey macaroni and cheese color for a sunflower, right? You can even put some, here, I'll go right into the orange. Look at that. See how beautiful it is? So they blend really nice. So the difference between watercolor and acrylic, both water-based products, but watercolor paint is more transparent. You could also layer it. It's a lighter feeling. And so when you layer it, if you want it to be a little deeper or more opaque, you can see that? You can get it to be deeper. It's really a really nice mess-free product. Look at that. And again, you guys can make as many petals as you want to. Let's try. I can go with let's try a brighter yellow. What do you think about that one? The nice thing is I have all these different yellows here that I can try. See that? And I just experiment. I like to just experiment, test it out. Yellow to me is a really fun, bright, beautiful, happy color. Colors, I think, can make you feel a certain way. Mellow yellow. Don't they say mellow yellow? They call me mellow yellow. Oh, I probably can't sing. Sorry. Well, I know I can't sing, but I mean, I probably shouldn't sing when I'm on. I don't want to get scolded for copyright. Not that anyone would recognize that song when I sing it. So yeah, come say hi to me, you guys. So we're live on various platforms today. I am a certified art teacher. My favorite medium is painting. I have recently been exploring watercolor paint. I usually use acrylic. Now, when I was learning how to paint in college, I used oil paint, which I absolutely love, but it is not the best for your lungs and it does smell. So I have to use products that are better for me and for my students, right? So I always use non-toxic products, and I am loving these beautiful watercolor paints. Really, really nice. 100 colors. And again, it gives me the opportunity to explore different colors. Now, notice when I'm painting this in, I'm following the shape of what it is that I'm painting. Do you see that? So I'm following, and it doesn't matter if you go out of the line, you guys. It doesn't matter. I think it adds to it when you kind of go outside of the line a little bit. So I am following, my brush stroke is following the shape of that petal. Oh, there's a glare there. There. I'm doing the best on my lighting here. I don't want you guys to have a glare. All right, so and I'm in Cleveland, Ohio. The sunflowers are in full bloom here. Oh, we have fields that people have of sunflowers. You can go see them at the farms that are around Ohio. It's really nice. Where are you guys from? Say hi to me. Ask me any questions. Let me know where you don't have to give me your address. I mean, just let me know what state you're in. Or if you're in Ohio with me. All right. Or tell me your favorite flower. We can do it next time. Do you see how fun it is to blend colors? Let's try. Well, you know what? This side over here, you guys, these are neon. Okay, can you believe that they have these neon paints? I'm just going to show you what it looks like. Look at that. It looks like a highlighter. Is that amazing? So you could do the whole flower in a neon yellow if you want. Again, it just depends on the look you're going for. But I wanted to share that with you. Look at that. Pretty, right? Let's do the top half in this neon yellow. So there's a whole section over here of neon colors. Let's try this one. So it's just a little bit deeper. Oh, I got a glare again. Let's see. It's just a little bit deeper. But how fun are they, right? Oh, I forgot. You know what else you guys could do? I forgot to get it. If you want like a grain of texture, you guys can sprinkle salt on a watercolor painting. It's really fun. I'll do it next time. But what you do is you would sprinkle salt on there and then it absorbs the watercolor paint. And then you shake it off and you would have the texture of the little grains of salt. That would be really cool for the center here. Of course, I forgot it. It only dawned on me just now. All right, so again, I'm just going to kind of blend some colors in there just to give you an idea. So which part do you like? Do you like the neon ones or do you like the more subdued sunflower colors? Now, so this part is neon, you guys. These are opalescent. So they have a opal look to them. Isn't that cool too? Let's try. Let's try this one. So that opal is going to give you a glare because it's got that pearl. Maybe it's called pearlescence, but it's going to give you a glare on camera. Can you see it? All right, let's skip the opals for now. I'll figure out a better way to show you guys. Maybe when it's dry. All right, but do you see when I use a few colors, I'm going to bring this down so it doesn't have the glare so much. Do you see, so here's one color, one or two colors, but as I blend various colors, it becomes more interesting, right? It becomes a little bit more, it has more depth to it, more dimensional, more interesting than just a flat color. And it's really easy to blend these colors too. So let's go back up into these. So I'm just going to start adding more, like maybe a little bit of orange. Now, if it gets too deep, you can always add a little bit of water and soften it up. Again, I'm not worried about going out of the line. This one is like a yellow orange. I'm going to kind of blend it in there. So maybe not filling in the entire petal with one color. Do you see the difference? It makes it more interesting. So I'm going to kind of go out here with a little bit more orange. All right, let me put a little in here. And again, your brush stroke should follow that shape to make it more interesting. Okay, so now you could do one of two things. You could wait for this to dry so it doesn't bleed into here. All right, and if you've never tried the crayon technique, you can outline this in crayon, and the crayon will keep the watercolor within the line because it's wax. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to paint this in. I think I'm going to use different browns, okay? So you could, if you want to just really be mindful and take your time, you could do each little circle, you know, in the brown family. If you have lots of time and patience. Do you see that? I need it darker. I would keep changing, you know, so that the same two colors are not next to each other. And you can go like that. See, I want to make them a little bit different. You could always put an orange in there too. Right? So that's one way that you could do it is, and it's going to take you a little bit longer. So this is something that should be really relaxing. I find painting really relaxing. And again, you can go into the red family. You can mix different colors. See that? So it's giving you the illusion of the center that has texture. You can add a ladybug or a butterfly. Do you like that? All different colors like that? Or you can make it all, you know, brown or black. Depends on, again, the look you're going for. And I would, again, I didn't outline it yet, but I can outline it when I'm done. You just want to have contrast from the center of your flower to your petals, right? You don't want it to look the same. I squeezed a little water on there. You can also use a Q-tip if you want to, you know, dip and dab. You can get all those different colors with, I'm mixing now. I'm just experimenting. But you could get all those different colors by dipping the end of a Q-tip for the center flower, depending on how big your flower is. Maybe as I work my way out, maybe it gets darker. Maybe it gets more dramatic. What do you think? You put like another ring of color right here. You guys can do anything that you want to. Again, just do something that's relaxing. Try not to be perfect. So it's really about fun art, not fine art. All right, this is not going to the art museum. This is about fun and relaxing, practicing mindfulness. All right, and maybe, again, maybe, so here's, I'm going to show you another one. So here's another one with the stem. I left a white ring on this one, okay? You could see it got a little darker as I came out. And this one, hey, Robbie, from Texas. Wow, Robbie, how's those sunflowers in Texas right now? Are they in full bloom? Thanks so much for chatting with me. Do you have any questions for me? All right. And again, I was going to tell you guys to do a little bit darker around the outside, like right around here. So nice for Robbie to be chatting with us, you guys. If you are watching live, Feel free to chat with us, ask me any questions, let me know where you're from. Let me know if your sunflowers are in full bloom. I bet you it's really hot in Texas today. So it's about 78 degrees here. Sunshine, blue skies. We've had quite a August with a lot of rain. We had, I believe last Thursday, we had 8 tornadoes in the greater Cleveland area, which is not common. That does not normally happen. So a lot of schools, we still have people that don't have power. A lot of schools were canceled. People are still recovering. Even though they said it would be 5 days without, both of my sisters had no power. They said it would be 5 days, but both of my sisters got power back. So that's good. And again, there's still people without power, but the electric company did a really good job working hard and restoring. A lot of down trees, a lot of people still trying to repair all the trees that are down. Robbie, they're beautiful. Now I want you to keep an eye out for them. Okay, it's been a long time since I've been to Texas, but I bet you they're there. I know they're in full bloom in a lot of places. Texas, they're probably in full bloom all year. All right, there. That gives you guys an idea of one way you could do your center your sunflower. Thanks for the follow, Robbie. I appreciate it. Very nice. Robbie, one day I'm going to get you to paint with me. What do you think about that? All right, there's my sunflower. Now, again, you guys can always, deepen the edges with like a little outline like that. What do you think about that? You like the outline? I'm going to give you a couple options, right? You can always outline your sunflower. You can add like a line in the center of it like that. And I showed you guys. You can also like double petal it. You could put 2 little petals in there. You can do a green stem. I'm kind of liking that look. So again, I've made so many sunflowers and every time I make them, they're different. So there's no right or wrong. Again, whether you have a stem, no stem, a bouquet, a garden. Now, how would I have known if I'd like that or not if I didn't experiment and try, right? A lot of people sometimes are afraid to experiment. The worst that can happen, you start over, okay? It's not a big deal. That's how you learn. You're welcome, Robbie. And just getting started. That's really exciting, okay? And thank you for following me. So I have lots of videos, okay? And there's lots of different art techniques and some of my favorite art supply recommendations. So if you have a favorite acrylic or watercolor painting, this set is excellent for beginners or for, advanced. If you like watercolor, I mean, this kit is awesome. And I'm using this brush that comes in it, but you can also get, I'm going to show you guys in a minute, the set that's awesome for acrylic and watercolor. And again, you guys can paint the background as well. All right, so let's just throw a stem on there just for the fun of it. Actually, I'm going to switch. So now I'm going to try, you guys, I'm going to go to my Gravy paint brushes. So there's water already on here. And let's go to this green right here. Okay, I'm just going to experiment. So that green to me is really close to the yellow. See how close? It's like a yellow green. So I'm going to go up to this deeper green right here. And I'm just going to, I would say to the kids, tickle your watercolor paint. Tickle, tickle, tickle. And then, do you see? It's a little bit bolder. And I'm just going to mix it in. I'm going to come down a little bit. Like that. And to me, it's just, again, a little too in your face, a little too bold. So I want to maybe tone it down with this other green, right? So just like I did the petals here, I don't want it to be too flat and plain. So I'm just going to kind of mix some greens in there. What do you think? I could even take a little bit of that brown and give it a little outline like that. See that? Like that. Don't be afraid. Being afraid, fear does nothing but hold you back. Okay. So experiment. And again, you guys can paint the background, add your favorite quote to it. All right, look at that. All right, now you have an idea. Now, once your painting's dry, what you can do is you guys can go back into it. And now this is not dry, but I just want to show you, if you wanted to go back into it and outline your little circles, you can do that. You can do, how about add your favorite word to it. You could put a bug on there. Again, anything you want. Okay. So I want to share with you guys. Now so what I used today, I want to show you guys. This is watercolor postcards. Okay. These are awesome. And they come in different watercolor paper. So the most common to me is the one that comes in the pink box. Oh boy, it's in the carousel. If you guys are, again, still here, I should put this over here too so you guys can see the watercolor brushes. Well, actually, I'll show you this, but watercolor paper. So they come in this adorable little box. Okay, so this is the one that I did this on. So this is gravy watercolor paper, all right? This is cold pressed, which means you don't have to know really what it means other than it's smooth. It absorbs the paint. It's great for beginners. They're postcard size. They have the lines on one side and then you create on the other one. This one I was experimenting on. I'll even show you because they're so beautiful. So this is the one, if you're just starting out, you get 24 postcards and you don't have to mail them, but they are fun to mail with the holiday. You could do pumpkins and send people out little pumpkin cards. You can do holiday cards. You can make your own Christmas cards, get started on them. So that's the pink one. Okay. And this is the pink one. So look at how smooth it is. It has no texture. It absorbs the paint and it does not go through to the other side. Okay. That's awesome. Just like my sunflower. So very, very nice. And again, I'll just take one of my beautiful gravy paintbrushes. Let's go up to reds. We didn't even use red today. Let's do this. Look at this. This is like a burnt red orange. See that? I like to blend it a little more. All right, so you get the idea of that. And these paintbrushes are super, super nice. So these are my gravy paintbrushes that I bought separate. This one that I just dropped in this jar, this comes with the kit. Okay. So you get 3 of those with the kit plus the pencil. All right. Then you guys, I have different paper here. So just so you have an idea. All right. So here's the other boxes. So this is hot pressed watercolor paper. It has a texture to it. If you're looking for a textured watercolor paper, actually, I'm sorry, this is the smooth one. Okay, this is hot pressed. It's easier to blend on, but it's very smooth. It's the yellow one that's rough. All right, so let me show you the yellow one. This one's really smooth and it's absorbent. So very nice. This one is the textured one. Okay, this one's the rough one. You can see it. I want to show you guys. Can you see the texture? See that? That has texture. This is the yellow box. So if you want to make something with texture, you would want to use the yellow one. All right. So we have the yellow, the blue, and the pink. The pink one is the one that I'm using. I would recommend that one, especially if you are a beginner. Go with the pink. Okay. The postcards are white. The box is pink. Very cute. All right. So you guys, we can recap. You guys can use any products that you want. I'm going to share with you guys what I used today. I used the gravy. Okay. Love these gravy. Beautiful 100 colors of watercolor paint. Okay. The kit is awesome. It comes with 3 of these paint brushes that you actually put water inside. Okay. And they're beautiful and they're different sizes. Love them. And what else was I going to tell you? This little kit. Okay. You want to keep neat and tidy. Look at it's this big, but beautiful. And you get the beautiful watercolors, the opalescent, pearl, and the fluorescent ones, right? 100 colors. And it comes in this cute little kit that snaps closed. So it's travel size. You could throw it in your suitcase or your purse, bring it with you on vacation, right? You guys can, just store it easily. It's great for all ages and ability levels. You can be a beginner or you can be painting for 30 years. It doesn't matter. You will love it. So this is one of my, that's why I've been doing so much watercolor painting lately, because these are so fun to use, especially little petite paintings. So I am going to start sending out some of my customers some of these postcards. Really, really fun to practice. Again, you guys can create any size you want, right? You can use any supplies that you want. I was just sharing with you guys today some of my favorites. So this is the box for the gravy watercolor. Again, you have the postcards that come in. The pink is my favorite. It's got a smooth surface and it's absorbent, okay? And then you have the blue and the yellow. I told you guys the yellow one is the one with the rough texture. So because a lot of people do like to have texture on their paintings. Really fun. Let's see, what else do I have to share with you guys? The pencil that I drew with today, the drawing pencil, it comes in the kit. So in this kit, you get the pencil and the paint brushes and the 100 colors. I used the white eraser to get rid of all of my lines so I don't leave pink streaks. I use these to write with. They're the Dixon, the best pencils on the market. They're the #1 pencils. Okay. So I use these. I do use the eraser, as you can tell, but when I'm drawing and doing a final artwork, I like to use the white eraser. Great for students or home, just because it doesn't leave streaks on your artwork, right? I use today the ultra fine Sharpie. I'll show you. Where do I want to write? Here, I'll write on this. So the ultra fine Sharpie makes the thinner lines. Here, I'll do it like this. So this particular draw, oh, do you like that? It's not even working right now. Hold on. That's good. I only have 1,000 of them. Okay, so the ultra fine Sharpie is this one. Ultra fine. Very, very thin. So whenever I do a paint party, I have both. So I have the ultra fine and the fine. Those are the most common sizes. So I always have a variety pack. So this is the fine I want to show you. I'm gonna actually outline this in the fine so you can see the difference. Do you see the difference in the tip? So this is the fine that I'm using, and then the ultra fine is the first one that I used. And then the bold one is even wider. But these are the most common, ultra fine and fine, depending on what you're doing. Today we're doing sunflower. So again, you have the Sharpie fine point. You have the Sharpie ultra fine point. We have our awesome Dixon pencils. We have our lovely white erasers. We have our awesome watercolor kit and all the paper. I think I've got it all, you guys. So if you are not following me, thank you for following me. Right now we're streaming on Amazon, artistatheart.live. If you guys come on over and follow me on Amazon, you'll be able to see all of the products that I'm using on Amazon. And again, we're streaming at various platforms. So thanks so much for watching. I'm Denyse from Artist at Heart, coming to you live from Ohio. I hope you guys have a beautiful, wonderful day, and make sure you smell the sunflowers. Go find them. Be observant. Look for sunflowers around you. They're really a beautiful, amazing flower, and they make me happy. So I hope they make you guys happy too. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you again real soon. Thanks so much, you guys. Bye.